Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into the world's most prolific hidden health threat, and we'll be breaking down some urgent, newly released data straight from the World Health Organization. You know, if we really want to grasp the true state of global health, we have to look closely at the numbers and the conditions that affect the absolute largest portion of humanity. So we're going to explore a topic that touches almost every single family, yet somehow remains wildly misunderstood.
So what is the world's leading preventable cause of premature death? I want you to really think about that for a second. When we hear the phrase premature death, our minds instantly jump to things that are sudden, dramatic, or highly visible in the evening news, right? But the reality is completely different. The true answer is a condition that countless people might literally be living with right this very second without even realizing it. It doesn't announce itself, and it certainly doesn't sound an alarm. And the scale of this condition, it is absolutely staggering. An estimated 1.4 billion people globally currently live with this. Just let that number sink in for a moment. 1.4 billion. That is a massive, massive portion of the global population walking around with a condition that, as we just established, is the leading preventable cause of premature death worldwide. This isn't some rare anomaly. It's a global health crisis hiding right in plain sight. Section 1. The silent global killer. Unmasking hypertension. Okay, so the World Health Organization defines hypertension quite simply. It's high blood pressure. But it remains the leading preventable cause of premature death worldwide. Now, the absolute most crucial word to focus on here is preventable. Despite being so incredibly deadly and widespread, the data is crystal clear that it's entirely within our power to prevent and manage it. This isn't just some inevitable fate, it's a condition we can actively fight against every single day. So that begs the question. Why is it so incredibly deadly if it's so preventable? Well, because as the WHO points out, hypertension is often called the silent killer. And why? Because it usually has absolutely zero symptoms. This is exactly why people simply don't perceive it as an immediate threat to their daily lives. Think about it. If you have a terrible hacking cough or a sharp pain, you go straight to a doctor. But hypertension, it doesn't give you that courtesy. It works entirely in the background. Section 2. Why screenings are critical, the danger of not knowing. This comparison right here gets to the absolute core of the problem. On one hand, the physical symptoms of hypertension, usually none at all, zero. But on the other hand, the underlying risks, we're talking heart attack, stroke, kidney disease, and premature death. This terrifying contrast underscores exactly why regular screenings are so critical. We simply cannot rely on how we feel to gauge our cardiovascular health. Feeling fine is absolutely not a diagnosis. And unfortunately, that silent nature translates into a pretty grim global reality. Globally, only 25%, just 1 in 4 people with hypertension, actually have their blood pressure adequately controlled. That leaves a massive 75% walking around completely uncontrolled. Because it's so symptomless, a huge chunk of people are simply unaware they even have it, and even those who do know aren't always managing it effectively. Because of everything we've just talked about, early detection literally saves lives. It really is that simple. Because most folks are entirely unaware they have high blood pressure, routine screening is absolutely non-negotiable. Getting a regular blood pressure measurement is the very first, most crucial step to prevention and control. Everyone, regardless of how healthy they might feel on a Tuesday morning, should know their blood pressure values. Section 3. Managing through lifestyle changes. The path to mastery. Now let's pivot to the good news. The World Health Organization outlines a highly effective, logical 3-step routine for long-term care and prevention. Step 1. Measure your blood pressure so you actually know your baseline. Step 2. Adopt a healthy lifestyle. And Step 3. If prescribed, take your medication consistently. Managing hypertension is a lifelong journey, and these 3 steps, they're the rock-solid foundation for keeping your blood pressure firmly under control. Now, where you have the most immediate power is in your daily lifestyle. We're talking about proven changes here. Adopting a healthy diet, staying physically active, avoiding tobacco, and reducing alcohol intake. Now, I know these might sound like basic, everyday advice, but the data proves they have a profound, measurable impact on lowering blood pressure. They are highly effective, completely non-invasive tools you can use to take control of your cardiovascular health starting today. There's also a pretty dangerous myth floating around that we need to clear up right now. The idea that treatment is simply out of reach, too expensive, or just too complex. The reality, pulled directly from the source data, is that affordable, highly effective treatments are widely available.
Treatment works, folks. When taken consistently, right alongside those simple lifestyle changes we just covered, serious complications can absolutely be prevented. It is highly manageable.
Section 4. Defeating hypertension together. Action and awareness. This brings us to the official theme for World Hypertension Day 2026, controlling hypertension together. Check your blood pressure regularly. Defeat the silent killer. Managing this 1.4 billion person crisis is truly a shared responsibility. It requires individual action from people checking their numbers, families supporting healthy lifestyle changes, health professionals providing care, and entire health systems ensuring equitable access to diagnosis and treatment. We can only defeat this silent killer if we drag it out into the light together.
So, I want to end this explainer with a very direct question just for you. When was the last time you checked your numbers? Seriously, don't just rely on feeling fine. Remember the data we looked at? No symptoms, but extremely high risks. Early detection saves lives, and it all starts with a simple, routine measurement. Take action, share this knowledge with your community, and please, make sure you know your numbers.